The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Yeah, oh my God, we are starting the show on time. What the funk is happening here? How do we do it, people? This is how we do it. Oh yeah, we're going to mix it up a little bit. This time, the captain is on the Marley's mellow mood tip. No Red Bull running through the veins today, folks. Today's show is simple. We have 2 points. Point number 1 is vote yes on 2 for medical marijuana. Point number 2 is come see me on 4/20 from 1 to 5 p.m. in Tampa on North Del Mabry at the Tampa Picture Show. That's all we got for the show. We're not getting into what's happening in the news. That's what I've been doing every Sunday at 4:20 for a year. And the news is, if you're in Tampa, if you're within, hours drive, you ain't got nothing going on for 4/20, come on out, see me, party with me, celebrate with me, and my friends and family and peeps and listeners of the show. We celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Captain Cannabis Show. I'd like to thank the Internet Broadcasting Organization and Talk Watt Studios for putting up with me for a year and motivating me and inspiring me to make my show better every time. You guys got a great thing going on here, and I'm glad to be a part of it. The Talkie Awards was off the chain. It was so fun to participate in that and meet all the other people. And it's really cool to check out the other shows, meet the people. And I got to say, big shout out, much love to the Cranial Emission Show. Met up with those guys this Friday, and they have an excellent show. It's at a brewer in Brandon, and I don't see how it could get much better than being at a local little independent business where they brew their own beer, microbrew beer, and you're together with your friends and family sharing their awesome show, which is top-notch. Check out the Cranial Emission Show. Those guys are very talented, been doing it a minute, and they're about to go mainstream and blow up, and it was an honor to be with them and meet their crew and their people, and they're doing a great job, and it was fun being on their show. As you are all aware, Florida, as you've seen in the news, like Tampa Bay Times front page, a local doctor from Eckerd College laid it out there as plain as day. You can read it for yourself, but it's a cover of the newspaper, and the article is all about the endocannabinoid system and the many ways in which we are purpose-built to absorb cannabis in many different ways. And there are endocannabinoid receptor sites throughout the brain, as well as in the liver and the digestive system, and multiple points throughout the body. So thank you, Tampa Bay Times, for being brave enough to talk about hemp and cannabis. And I'm surprised that a mainstream newspaper put cannabis in a positive light, because the people who know the truth, the history, and the consciousness know that newspapers were the main organization used to lie to the people about cannabis. But now they're waking up, because the people are demanding that they do so, and no longer will we be fooled or misled with lies and propaganda and misinformation about this amazing plant, which is so integral to mankind being here on the planet and living at one with the planet. But like I said, what this show is about is we have a vote coming up in November, and you can go vote November 4th and let your voice be heard regarding medical marijuana. And check out unitedforcare.org. Go to their website and see where you can sign up as a volunteer and, go out nights, weekends, during the day, and hand out helpful information like this to interested parties. And they break it down. This is a great leaflet. So go to United for Care, sign up, join up, find out where they're going to be handing out their information and answering questions. And another good way is to go to their site and go to unitedforcare.org, pledge yes onto, and just read it. Just check it out. Save that, bookmark that, and it explains the facts because, people are misled. They're confused. What we're doing and what we're fighting for in Florida is not what was done in Colorado. It's not what was done in California. It's not the way it's done in Canada. It's unique, and people need to be aware of that. And please don't compare one person advocating for use of cannabis in any regard to any other person who's into cannabis for whatever reason, because there's all types of cannabis enthusiasts, some for medical, some for spiritual, some for libertarian reasons. But what the vote is for and what you are voting for is really quite simple. So go to United for Care, find out where you can get one of these leaflets, and read it. It's really quite simple, but I'm going to break it down for you. As it currently stands right now in America, medical marijuana is now legal in 20 states and the District of Columbia. So we had the opportunity to make marijuana legal medicinally, but it is, in fact, strict, and it is, in fact, rolled out in a very different situation from Colorado and California. And to compare, for Florida, in Florida, when you vote yes on two, what you're voting for is so that people only for debilitating diseases and conditions. Okay, so that's the main point here. Is when you vote yes on two on November 4th, or if you vote in advance with absentee ballots, you are voting so only for debilitating diseases and conditions. So that's very important. And then it's only can be recommended by licensed medical physicians. So you got to be licensed in the state of Florida to practice medicine, and the only people who are able to say that, hey, yeah, for your condition, you can use cannabis. So they've really, with those 2 points, legitimized it, and Florida has separated itself from California and Colorado. And I want people to understand the seriousness of this because it's not a free-for-all. They're looking at this for people with severe conditions that really need help. So look deep down in your heart and understand the truth and the tone and the intentions of the law. And it's not a free-for-all. It's not recreational. It's voting yes on two. You're saying that really sick people should really be able to fight back and treat their conditions with a plant, a natural, God-given plant. And to many people, it's the gift of life. And I just think it's very, very strange and hypocritical to deny any type of medicine that would help someone with the serious conditions that this bill is intending to help people for. But go to the website and check it out. But this does not allow people to grow their own marijuana. So that's yet another thing that makes it different from the ruling and the laws in California and Colorado. You don't have to worry about people growing weed next to you. That's not a concern with this law, with the medical issue in Florida. And it also does not allow for recreational marijuana. So you don't have to worry about that either. So really, if you're someone who's on the fence and has done your research and has considered, found peace of mind and found the truth in their heart, you'd really want someone to be able to access this. And really your fears and concerns have been addressed in the language of the bill. And you have nothing to worry about by voting for this. And you're not doing anything wrong, and you're not going to upset people. And you're going to stand on the side of virtue and honesty with regards to the law. Now, to be able to receive medical marijuana in Florida, you're going to need a state-issued ID card. So, again, another concern is, hey, everyone, for whatever reason, is going to have weed in Florida now, and that is just not true. If you have, cannabis on you and you don't have your state-issued ID card and did not acquire it through legal approved by the nature of the bill, you're in trouble just like you would be. So, again, this bill is written morally, legally, and ethically, and you need to vote yes on too. Very, very simple. Here's the other thing is, okay, someone starts getting marijuana medicinally, and then great, now we just have another pothead that our money and taxpayer dollars are going towards. And that is not true either. There's, in fact, a time limit on medical marijuana use. And I don't think anyone in the community is going to have a problem with that, because the people that this bill is targeting is people who don't want to be sick. These are people who want to be cured. They don't want to be potheads. They want to be normal people. But this plant is so powerful, so healing, so transcendent, and works well with other medications and drugs and treatments and therapies that they need it. And that's how confident the proposers of the bill are regarding this issue, is that they're okay with having a time limit on medical marijuana use. And if you're someone who has a serious condition and you're able to treat and overcome and cure yourself of that condition, I don't think that they'd have a problem with not having access to more. That's the reality that we've all come to accept in order to get this passed. But there's sacrifice, and that's the reality. Is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna accept this. It's good enough for me for a start in Florida. And finally, it requires written certification. So, this is serious. It's a serious study, and it's written with safety, with regards to all other fellow Floridians in mind. So no matter what your fear or concern is that more people are going to be smoking, more people are going to be getting it recreationally. They'll be able to buy it recreationally. It'll increase the supply and, make more available on the streets, and people will be growing it in their homes, and everyone's going to be smoking weed. And that's just all not true. And those were the arguments from the people who don't want you to vote yes on two. But the reality is every fear and concern regarding moving forward with this in Florida has been addressed. So it's a very, very simple decision. Boom. November 4th, vote yes on two. So that's the reality. We made a series of tiny little videos, Vine-style videos, and a listener of the show, Sherry, produced these for us, and we will be uploading them to Facebook and YouTube. And we wanted to share them with you because they're just a simple thing you can share with friends and family on your social platforms that get the word out. These handy little Vine videos they're motivating you, and they're teaching you the basics, and they're great reminder tools to vote in advance, and to create awareness for the importance and the necessity to vote on this issue, because that's the reality, is we're still voting for it. It's not passed. It doesn't exist. There are still people suffering every day because the medicines that are out there and are available are not cutting it. And we're talking tens of thousands of people in our state who could benefit from this. And again, according to the letter of the law, the language of the law, all your fears and concerns about it becoming the wild, wild weed west out here in Florida they're just not true. This is ran through the state and working directly with doctors, and it is metered and controlled and timed and very structured. It's all about medicinal. So no matter what anyone is saying or what they think they know they're talking about, that's the reality. It's very clear, it's very concise, and despite people's arguments, there's no question. But just because we believe in it and we know it's going to pass doesn't mean that we can rest on our laurels. So we're sharing these videos with you, and we're asking you to share them with your friends and family and your community. And the safest bet is to, strike first and, let your message be heard in advance. So go to unitedforcare.org and check out the Pledge Yes On To link. And there you will see what you can do. But you can be proactive yourself, talk to your supervisor of elections, go to your library, and you will see how easy it is to get your ballot mailed to you in advance. And you can, fill it out at your leisure and send it in. And that's what we're asking everyone to do, is just be smart about it and vote early, because, then we can't lose. So anything can happen, but the reality is, in all the surveys, Florida wants this. United for Care, doctors, scientists, members of law enforcement, all across the state, the debate is already won. The debate's already won. The argument is over. And, the opinions of the people are loud and clear. This is what Florida wants. And we're rolling it out in a very slow, deliberate manner, so that the people who really need the herb as medical treatment, as medical marijuana, are going to get it. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. Florida is very strict for its laws, and I'm someone who's advocating for more than medical marijuana. But where we stand now is what is going to happen is just the medical. So, mom, dad, friends, family out there who think I'm trying to, turn Florida into a pothead state, that's not what this is. It is strictly medical. And quite frankly, I'm tired of the suffering. I'm tired of hearing about friends and family members that are being lost to cancer. And I'm tired of seeing people in wheelchairs with MS suffering and knowing they're in pain. And I'm tired of hearing about my friends on Facebook and, hearing about them suffering from arthritis and crippling conditions and dying young and just having a very poor overall quality of life and suffering painfully every day. And knowing that there is a plant, when used properly, that can help these people, and they don't have access to it, it's horrible. It's gut wrenching, and it's got to stop. And it's only going to stop when we vote yes on to. So later tonight, we're going to upload those videos to Facebook, and we're going to put them on YouTube, and we're going to ask that you share them, and we're going to seed start them with a little love to get the word out there. But we really need your help and support to push these videos to the masses. So everywhere you look, you see them, and people know what they got to do, and do it early. But that's it. That's my segment for what is coming. And we're announcing this early because November will be here before you know it. And that's what's up. So thanks to the United for Care team. Thanks to Cheryl for producing the videos. And thanks for all my show listeners. I can't believe it's already been a year. What a journey. This is incredible. Everyone's like, he's a stoner. He's never going to do it. Potheads are lazy. They just sit on their butts. That's Nancy Grace. And so many people just think if you are someone who talks about, advocates, or uses cannabis, you're just a loser. And it's just sickening. But I'm living proof, that you can commit to something and make something out of yourself with regards to this plant. But I showed up every day, did 40-plus hour-long shows, and next Sunday celebrates the 1-year anniversary of my show. And going out flyering, St. Pete last night, all around Pinellas County, handing out flyers that my friends made. It was great. The word on the street, the impact that the show has making, and the growing fan base is awesome. And I'm just touched, and I'm so excited to get the positive feedback from the people in the community. I was at a microbrew pub last night handing out flyers, and Guy next to me asked for a flyer and introduced himself as a police officer. And that was just really neat because he told me that he believes it should be legalized or decriminalized, but locking people up for the plant, which compared to other substances is really quite harmless. That's the reality. That this police officer gets it. He knows the truth. He's out there in the streets, fighting crime, and knows that you can use cannabis intelligently and be a productive member of society. So that was cool. It was a surprise, but it was cool at the same time when he shared that with me. And, restaurant owners, shop owners, everywhere I went, every city I went to, and we grinded hard yesterday. We hit all of Pinellas County, and just the feedback was awesome. No hecklers, no negative stuff. People volunteering to help get the word out and the flyers out. And it's more than just the 1-year anniversary of the show, which is going to be awesome in and of itself. But we're also doing our first live remote broadcast. So that is going to be cool too. So we're stepping out of the TalkWad studios and we're going to do a live remote broadcast. So that adds another fun, exciting element in which we can interact with the crowd a little bit different. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And also, we are going to have some incredible guests. We are going to have a funky dance-off. A new friend of mine, a loose associate, left to give a shout-out to Dolo of the Fifth Element, representative of Zulu Nation. Their charter is the Fifth Element charter. And this guy is head of a b-boy crew and among Florida's top, if not all of America and the world's top, break dancers, b-boys. And I've been working with him, helping to get the word out, and they've been tremendously supportive. And I got to peep their headquarters, and it was amazing. They got good stuff going on. They're growing and building community programs to help kids, provide a place where they can skateboard, make music, plant food, and just come together in their community. And they're doing big things. So I'm honored to work with them. And we're going to have at least what I'm understanding, we're expecting 16 contestants to do this funky dance-off. And we're going to have a DJ, also representative of Zulu Nation, throwing down the best tracks for these dancers and entertaining the crowd. And the party starts at 1 p.m. and runs till 5 p.m. The dancers will be there from 2 to 3 competing. And then I'm going to work with Dolo to announce the winners. And we have some prizes from our sponsors and some great swag bags. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's just so fun that they're participating and helping to spread the truth movement about cannabis to the community. So thank you, Fifth Element, Zulu Nation, for everything you've done for the show. And I'm looking forward to this being a great year for us really helping Tampa Bay, our community, and our brothers and sisters in Florida with all the awesome stuff you have going on. Last Friday, I was in Brandon, did the cranial emission show. Thanks for your support, guys. Tuesday, I'm going to call in to USF Bulls Radio. Dolo was there, and he works with and members of his group teach a lot of other dance organizations in the Bay Area, and he was there telling them about the event, and they're going to have me on Tuesday. So thank you. USF does have a normal or national organization for the reform of marijuana laws chapter. So thank you for your good work, and I'm looking forward to being on the show with you. You guys have a great professional show, and I appreciate the opportunity to get the word out. What else? Oh, yes. In addition to it being the 1-year anniversary of the show, we have I've been so busy talking about all the other stuff going on. I forgot to tell everyone that in addition to doing this show every Sunday at 4:20, I also wrote a hemp cookbook, and I also finished the production of my comic book, and I also produced a cartoon that is the comic book brought to life, and it is amazing. And in case you haven't seen it yet, you're going to see it right now, and I ask you to share it with all your funky 420 brothers and sisters, because it's going to blow your minds when you see this on the big screen. So can we please get the promo queued up, and we can give the people a little taste of what they're going to see on the big screen next Sunday. Yeah, so that's what's up. We have a motion comic that we are so excited to share with you. The voiceover, the vocal portion of the production was recorded right here at Talkwat Studios and features local talent, including the infamous Joel Wynkoop, famous B-movie actor from Tampa Bay. He's been in over 100-plus IMDb listed movies and productions, and he's very talented, and he loaned his voice to several of the characters, including sound effects. We have music from Technorganic Recordings, and all the junglist and drum and bass heads tuning in know who Technorganic is from back in the day in Tampa. So we have awesome original music, local talent in the voiceovers, as well as local artists, a tattoo shop owner, and a gentleman I met, oddly enough, buying blunt wraps at the store, is one of the main creators of the comic. But I worked with these people over the course of years to produce something I'm very proud of, and the samples we've shared with everyone are very fun, and it's gonna change things. It's gonna be crazy around here after this event. And I'm excited to bring the comic to you and the motion comic to you. And thank you, everyone, for your support and sharing the links and helping build the show. And if you're not doing anything next Sunday, please, please, please come out Sunday, 4/20, from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Tampa Pitcher Show. And that's not picture, it's pitcher, because they do serve beer there, and it is so fun to go, get a bite of food. And they have great food there, great kitchen, family-owned business. Everything's made with love. You get some good food, come on out, have a beer, be in a funky mind, open mindset, and come enjoy the show. We're going to have best of clips and episodes of my show, including a variety of the guests that we've had on over the years. We are going to be selling the comic book, and I'm going to be autographing copies of the comic book and the poster. So we have these beautiful limited edition posters made by Titus Productions, and they feature the captain, the social channels, and yes, they do make good rolling trays, but they have the American flag with the big leaf on it. And that is the message, that is the revolution, as we are going to open eyes and re-legalize all across America for medicinal, recreational, and other purposes, because it's a plant and you should be able to do with it what you want in America. So that's what's up. Tampa, we're going to make history on 4/20. When you get out of church after Easter, come on down 1 to 5 p.m. the Tampa Pitcher Show, and we're going to have the motion comic as well as, bits and pieces of the Captain Cannabis Show on the big screen. We're going to have a funky dance-off with the best poppers, lockers, b-boys from all across Florida competing to win the coolest swag bag. I'm honored to have them and their DJ representing, and it's a great opportunity to network with like-minded people, people who want to learn about medical cannabis, want to learn more about the plant, want to learn more about hemp, how I used it to, lose weight, cut my cholesterol in half. But there's going to be a wide variety of people, young, old, all colors, coming together and being unified in the way that only cannabis can unify Americans. So I'm so glad for your support. I'm so excited to have everyone come out. It's going to be amazing.
Excuse me, Captain, you have a phone
Oh, cool. Yes. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. You're live on the air with Captain Cannabis. How are you?
Hey, Captain.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Excellent.
Man, I'm excited about next week. Now,
Thank
I'm
you.
Gentile White. I don't know if you know who I am, but I have a show through the station there for a while, and I have a website, thegentilewhiteshow.net. But I'm watching what you're doing. I follow you, man, and it's just you're changing the world.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We're trying. We're doing our best. It's a funky little crew here at Talk Wild Studios, but the people here have heart, have soul. They're open-minded, and we're working hard to bring a variety of messages, my show and so many others. You know, it's you got to build local. You got to build from your community, and I appreciate it. So, yeah, please come on out, grab a friend. We are trying to make history. We really are, and we're trying to raise awareness in Florida and do it right and help our citizens and show that we can be smart and responsible with this plant and we can grow and build. And there's just so much awesome things that are going to come of medical legalization in Florida. So I appreciate it.
You know what, Captain, if I may interrupt, there's
Yeah.
an old saying, or a saying I have is that people say you can't change the world, and I say, well, you can try. And what you're doing, man, is changing the world.
Thank
And
you.
Now, could you give me the I'm sorry if I may get just a quick rundown again, like the time,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah. It's
what's going on.
the event is Sunday on 4/20 from 1 to
Okay.
5 p.m. The location is the Tampa Picture Show, and that location is 14416 North Dale Mabry Highway, Tampa, Florida 33618. If you get lost
Captain, do you know the cross street?
well,
What that's
it's
close to, Del Mabry?
yeah, it's in between Linebaugh and
exactly where it
Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
Linebaugh
far
Bears.
from the studio, right up the road. This
Gotcha.
is a free event, and it's 18 and up. And if you get lost, people call this number 813-963-0578. This is
There'll
not.
be food and beverage and stuff.
There's a restaurant there, and they
Okay,
have
cool.
beer, wine, food. It is a movie theater. They have pub grub. They have popcorn. There's a candy shop near there. There's a vegan Indian restaurant next door. There's a Thai food restaurant next door.
And pretty soon, hopefully in the near future, there'll be a bakery, a Go Green bakery next door.
That would be awesome. The food industry is exploding worldwide. Another event I do in association with the Witch's Brew is the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, all summer long. We have a Learn About the Herb series, and it's a free public educational opportunity. We put together and share videos and talk about topics related to cannabis. And last Tuesday at the Witch's Brew in Palm Harbor, we discussed cannabis economics. And in my research, there's a company, and they're one of the top 100 money-making companies in Canada, and they're an award-winning company and one of the top to work for, and it's Manitoba Farms, and they're bringing in $200 million a year selling hemp seed and food-related products like hemp seed oil, hemp seed, whole hemp seed, toasted hemp seed, hemp protein powder. Now, I use their products and others to myself lose close to 20 pounds by replacing one meal a day with something with hemp in it. And that company's doing $200 million a year, 50 employees, and they're just the tip of the iceberg for what is coming for the American economy when we choose hemp. So yeah, that is the location. It's next Sunday. Bring a friend. I'm going to be autographing and selling things to promote the show and the movement and the message, such as the poster and the comic book and some T-shirts. And we're going to have giveaways and a funky dance competition, music, and it's just great. I'm honored to have the opportunity to do it, and looking forward to having everyone come out. So thank you so much.
I'm going to try to hit something out there, get it out there myself, and bring as many people as I can. Maybe I can bring a couple of dancers.
Yeah,
So.
if they show up on time to sign up, they could very well be in the competition. We'd love to have it. We're just trying to have fun.
What time do they need to show up?
Well,
If they want to dance.
the dance competition is the second hour. It's from 1 to 5. So from 2 to 3 is when the people will be dancing in the competition. So you're going to want to show up early to see if you can get in on that. There's, we only have so much time, so only so many sign-ups. But that's for all ages. And if you just want to come and have fun and dance and express yourself in a funky way, come on down and do it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I may if I can get my partner up here, the other part of the show. Maybe we'll come up and do a little dance, and maybe I can get this beautiful female sitting next to me right now to come. If I could urge her over to come. What do you think? Maybe. Okay, Captain, you heard that.
Sounds fun. I heard her. Yeah, we bring her on down. Beautiful.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot again for everything you do for the community and for the fact that what people need, they'll be able to get now.
Yeah,
hopefully in the very near future.
Amen to that.
All right, brother, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes.
Next Sunday, man.
Woohoo! Thank you. Bless you, brother. See you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. That was sweet. We don't get a lot of callers to the show. I forget to ask people to call in. So I really appreciate that. And like I said, just going out and flyering every night this past week, it's been crazy. The feedback has been awesome. It's I feel blessed. It's like I already feel like we have victory, but that is not the reality. The reality is November 4th. Yes on 2. It's what you need to do. And you can get these. John Chase, volunteer for United for Care, made some. So if you're in Pinellas County, look up that chapter. Try to find out where Bianca Garza's organizers are going to be. Get it, photocopy it. You have the right to make these and share these because this is the truth. This is the message we need to get out. If you need to be empowered, if you're dealing with people who are arguing with you, they don't know the facts, they don't know the reality, they've been misled. The United for Care team is handing these out at their booths, so go to their site. They're going to be at our event, of course, and they're going to have lots of these, and I'm asking you to pick these up and share them with your friends and family because it has the truth, it has the reality, it really breaks down what's going on. So this way you get out of the negative debate loop that people often get into with people who just don't know what they're talking about with regards to the plant. But again, Tampa Bay Times, right there, homepage spread. Human body has an endocannabinoid system. Dr. Sanjay Gupta has run 2 powerful documentaries on CNN, showing the truth. Here's the reality is that here's children, and one of the biggest arguments anti-cannabis is we got to keep it away from the kids. Well, there's a lot more kids out there suffering from these things that they call safe, and it's these little refill vials of, propylene glycol and liquid nicotine. And if a child was to get his hands on one of those tiny little things about the size of a Visine jar and drink it, they could die. And, everywhere you go, there's tobacco and e-cig shops selling what they're claiming to be a safer product. But the truth is cannabis is safer than tobacco and e-cigs and all of that stuff. And all the real studies, and when I say real studies, they've been studying cannabis for so many years, but most of these studies, they had an agenda, and the people paying for the study, they didn't want the truth about the plant to come out. They wanted to serve their agenda of misinformation. But now that states and entire nations like Uruguay and Italy are changing the laws, now real science is coming out. And a gentleman from Israel, discovered and made famous the truth that the human body has an endocannabinoid system. So worldwide, people are studying and sharing the truth, and they try to bury it on YouTube. And that's why I'm doing the show, is to get the truth out there. So I appreciate the listeners. I appreciate it when you guys go to youtube.com/Captain Cannabis Show. And, I'm not the best at asking for help and asking for likes, but I need help, and I need likes, and I need subscribers, and I need callers, and I need feedback, because it's not easy doing this on my own. But when I know that you guys are touched by the message and what I say, it motivates me to get up and do this, time and time again. So I need your support. If you like the Facebook thing, go to facebook.com, The Captain Show. We post a live show link there. If you're someone who's interested in being a guest on the show, I've met so many amazing, interesting, smart people regarding the cannabis plant. People who really know what's going on metaphysically on a molecular level, how this plant is healthy. And we're not even talking about smoking it. We're talking about eating it, drinking it, making tea from it. Hemp experts. Florida has a really big agricultural economy, and USF is a great school for agriculture. So, if you know more about the plant, if you're studied, well versed about it like me, or if you're someone who wants to share your personal success story of how you battled disease or depression, or maybe saved a family member, because I've heard so many times about how just last Friday, how a guy. His dad was an alcoholic his whole life, and then started getting really sick, and had always been a functioning alcoholic, but not until, the health conditions related to his alcohol kicked in that, it was an opportunity for the family to confront him regarding his alcoholism and introduce cannabis to the equation. So instead of losing another person, having another victim to the alcoholic, this family had a crisis intervention and literally got the dad to start smoking weed and wean himself off alcohol and restore his liver and start eating right. And this guy has been alcohol free for a couple months now. So that right there that's what this is about, helping the people. And what's the bad you can say about weed? What it makes you eat and it makes you want to sleep. But regarding productivity and brain damage, that stuff's been debunked. On a neuron level, cannabis stimulates new brain cells and growth. Those are the facts. It doesn't make you dumb. It makes you smarter. And most people don't even know what a pineal gland is, where it's located, or what it does. But one thing you'll see true about the cannabis community and the information we're sharing is that there is absolutely a direct relationship between cannabis and the pineal gland, in which the pineal gland is protected from fluoridation and calcification from some naturally occurring compounds. One of them is curcumin and the other is cannabis. So literally eating right, and you can consider cannabis an herb that can be eaten and consumed, you are protecting that vital part of the brain. And cannabis stimulates it, and the pineal gland is known as the third eye, or the gateway to spiritual consciousness. So if you're living in a society where you're being fluoridated and your pineal gland is being absolutely attacked, that's where you fall victim. That's where you become sheeple. So if you're one of these people, you might call yourself a conspiracy theory buff or a libertarian, or, you're into alternative radio and want to find things out for yourself, learn the truth about cannabis as it pertains to the pineal gland and how it prevents fluoridation and how it really helps the body fight back against all the things that we're being subjected to unknowingly. There's so many chemicals in the food, the air, the water supply. We really need this plant. If you're of the survival, self-empowerment mindset, you want to be proactive with your health, you really need cannabis as part of that successful lifestyle. That's the truth. That's the facts. And you can see it all over the web, all over YouTube, and all over Facebook. People who knew about it but didn't talk about it because the legality are coming out of the woodwork. And that's what this show is for, is to get people to come out of the woodwork, come on the show, continue on the conversation, and let people know we're not backing down. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue sharing the truth with you. We're going to continue supporting people in the community who are making documentaries, making movies, writing books, doing all the things we're doing here to bring the truth to the people. Our motto on the show is simple: THC, truth, history, consciousness. That's our motto for the show. And if we stick to that by telling the truth And if we tell the history based on documented fact and research, and continue to partake and encourage others to do so, your consciousness will be affected. Because when you speak and learn the truth, and when you speak and learn the truth through our history and our relationship with this plant worldwide and its direct connection to the founding fathers and the creation of America, your consciousness will be affected too, absolutely, in a very positive way. That's the truth, and that's the THC, and that's the message, and that's the show, and it's pretty simple. So if you like what we have going on and you want to participate, come on out, party with me on 420, and pick up a copy of the Cosmic Crusaders comic book featuring, you haven't met them all yet, but you're going to see them soon. We have Captain Cannabis, Brother Blunt, Marijuana Man, Sister Sativa, in Cole, and you can relate to these people. They're people just like you fighting to get the word out, and we put them together in a book to carry that torch of truth, and you can pick it up and be a part of it, and you're going to enjoy the art and the story. It's very, very cool, and you're going to relate to it, and you're going to dig it, and you're going to be glad you picked up that copy, and I'll be autographing copies, and we also have these beautiful posters, and I invite you to come on down. These are, again, the comic book and the posters and the T-shirts. It's all limited edition. You're never going to get this stuff again in this exact way, so come on down, pick up a poster, pick up a comic, and from 4:20 to 5, we're doing the live remote broadcast. So at that point in time, around 4 o'clock, we're going to wind down. We're going to chill down. We're going to come in out of the bar. We're going to have the DJ turn it down. We're going to gather around, and we're going to sit down and get comfy. And we are going to get ready for the live show and breaking the people off with the motion comic, which, again, half this year was dedicated to that production. And, again, I'd like to thank Zulu Nation for bringing out the DJ and sponsoring the event with the dance competition. And I'd like to thank the Tampa Picture Show for having me, Internet Broadcast Organization and Talkwad Studios for having me and giving me the platform. And I can't wait to meet some of the people who've called in and have friended me on Facebook and commented, shared, and subscribed videos on YouTube. This is why we do it. It means the world to me, your support. And let's roll our sponsor. Love you, Leslie, at the Witch's Brew. If you're in Palm Harbor, stop by the Witch's Brew. Tell them Captain Cannabis sent you, and be sure and try the Chronic Smoothie Potion made with hemp, and pick up a hemp brownie or cookie, and tell who's ever working at the Witch's Brew that the Captain Cannabis show sent you. Much love to Leslie. Let's roll her promo piece. Awesome. That's our first official sponsor. And to everyone who I've been in communication with the past weeks, gave me some time to get caught up. Like I said, I've been very busy putting the show together, but I have spoken to lots of new potential sponsors, and we just got to let the dust settle for this event, and we can pick up those conversations soon. That's it. That's the show. Vote yes on November 4th. Go to unitedforcare.org /pledge yes on 2 or /volunteer, and find out where they're going to be, or come on down Sunday, because they're going to be there, and you'll be able to pick up copies of these and make more copies of these to put in your car window, to put in your home window, and to share around the office. And stop by Talkwad Studios if you want to pick up a flyer for the event and help get the word out this week. Thanks to everywhere from St. Pete all the way up to Tarpon Springs and Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Dunedin, Safety Harbor, Oldsmar, everywhere, Clearwater, Largo, in between. Met so many cool people out flyering this weekend. God bless you all. Stay funky. Let's roll the outro, because I got to go hit the streets, pound some more pavement, get some more flyers out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.